Okay.
What do you call a man who doesn't have a nose or a body?
What?
Nobody knows.
Hi friends, welcome back or to the channel. Jesse, Cadillac Front Cousins. So it's Sunday morning and I'm hooked onto the trailer, which usually does not mean anything good, but this is kind of one of those deals where I wanted the truck for a long time and it's finally available.
The body of it.
You don't know, dude. It finally came up for sale at a really, really good price. I'd be kind of a fool to pass it up. It's missing some parts, but hopefully I can find them. And this is not going to be a keeper. This is going to be a flipper. But when we get there, because it's a 25-minute drive, plus we got to stop to get breakfast. But once we get there, as long as they're okay with me filming at their house, we'll get a video there. But if not, we'll stop somewhere on the way home and get a video of it. Don't worry about the grill. I have the grill inside the truck. Headlight buckets and shit too. The bumper's in the back, but it's already on air. It does lay frame. This is ugly as hell. I don't know who did this, but they should just not do this. It does come with a pretty fancy chrome fuel cell though. It's got a goofy, I don't know, 2-link. See this air fitting here, and then there's one up in there. It's on shop air. It doesn't have a management system just yet. Roll pan. I mean, I feel like when this was first built, it was probably a pretty nice truck, but it's not nice now. You know, it's got a whole gang of shit inside here. But like I said, it's not going to be a keeper. It's going to be a flipper. We were going to air it out on the trailer, but seeing as the fittings are underneath the bed, I don't want to take the bed off by myself, so we left it aired up on the trailer. When I get it home and get it off the trailer, I'll air it out and show you guys, because it does lay, if it doesn't lay frame, it's damn close. So we'll do some more video when we get home. Oh, also, it is missing one thing though. Pretty crucial component there. So if anybody knows where I can find a 2.8 V6 or possibly even a 4.3, let me know, would you? Made it home, whipped this thing in here first shot. Honestly, first shot. It looks like it's a little lower than it was when I loaded it, so that's why I'm glad my driveway has this bit of a slant here. So the ramps are going to come out flat-ish, and I should be able to push this thing off the trailer by myself. Well, that was fun. It had completely aired itself out, so it was laying frame on the trailer. So we had to fire up the compressor, and my hose barely reached the end of the truck. Thank God it reached. But it's here. It's a little crooked, but getting it to here was the hard part. It's actually not that crooked at all. Now I have to figure out how I'm going to get the bed off by myself. I don't have anything fancy up here that I can tie a come along to, but I do have a cherry picker. Ouchies. Anyway, I'm dying to actually put eyes on this rear suspension because the bed was off when they sent me pictures of it, but the pictures weren't great, and as I was back in my trailer in his driveway, he was loading the bed on the truck. So I didn't really get to have a good look at the rear suspension, but I do know it has a mini notch, and on stock-ish wheels, it lays frame, but it tucks 20s. It just doesn't lay frame on 20s. But we all know that's an easy fix. So it does have some cool stuff to it, like the stake pockets are filled, which you can see all the cracking in right here. It's got the Frenched roll pan down here, what actually has the license plate lights and all that shit, so it was done decent. This just, I hate this. This is so lazy when people do this shit. Just, if you're doing this kind of work, just do a body drop on the bed. Lift the bed floor up so you can actually still use it, because right now, as it sits with the fuel cell, this is kind of killing all the real estate here, so I'm either going to have to put a tank back here or mount the air management up underneath somewhere, which ain't a big deal. The 68, I mounted everything underneath, but the shop truck, I have everything in the bed. I don't prefer one way or the other, but we'll see which way it pans out on this build. So, well, build, you know, this refurbish or whatever. Because like I said, I don't plan on keeping this, so this is just a fun little tinker project for now. Probably make a little bit of money on it. But now, I gotta put the ramps up. We'll put the trailer away, shotgun a bottle of water, and then I'll be back. Okay, I've been out here screwing with this thing for about a half hour, and I can't handle how fast it airs out, so we're gonna pull the box off. It's not bolted down or nothing. When I picked it up, like I said, he was just putting it on, and he just strapped it down, or I just strapped it down. It's not bolted down at all. I mean, ah, this is fun. Mini trucks are stupid. I see that that bar right there. Yeah, my cherry picker slimes into it. So now I have to get the floor jack out and sit something underneath the tires to lift them up. That actually went after I got it lifted up, so my engine hoist would go underneath there. Went way smoother than I thought it was going to. So now I have to figure all this other shit out, and I'll get it off the blocks and we'll air it out and I'll show it to you.
Well, that is a small truck, dude.
It would lay out in the front a lot harder, except it's got this goofy old bias ply tire on this one side, and it kind of holds it up a little bit on that deal. But it gets pretty damn close. There's about that much room between the frame and the ground. And this the suspension setup is kind of goofy, actually. So you can see it's on shop air, but it has these cradles right here where they had the tank mounted. So that's interesting. It's got a mini C-notch in it, which the welds are, they look like I did them, you know. But it looks fairly rigid. It's a mini notch, which it tucks up in there pretty hard. It's a 2-link, so there's no, this bar right here just ties the 2 lower links together, and they bolt in the factory leaf spring hanger, which is kind of rad. They come up underneath and they bolt to the factory leaf spring perch. So this is what I would call balling on a budget. Somebody had an idea, decently executed, but definitely needs a little bit of love. The main reason I wanted to pull the bed off was to actually inspect what this suspension is, and yeah, I lost my train of thought there. Just to actually get a look at the rear suspension, see what all needed to be fixed, and take these somewhere up inside the bed so I can actually bolt the bed back on. And other than that, it needs the box bolted back down. I got to throw some shocks on it and an air management system of some sort. Also, these are 1/2-inch lines. I'm not a huge fan of 1/2-inch line. I prefer 3/8 because but I'm full of shit, you know. So I may end up reducing these down to 3/8 just to get them up inside the bed. But we'll see what happens when that time comes. This one I think will be fine. I'll just route it up where the fuel lines come through right here. I'll stick that line up in here somewhere. But the one for the back, I'm going to have to get this extended. And I think I may still have some 1/2-inch airline somewhere, because when I first started building that one, he had 1/2-inch lines around on that. And I don't remember if I threw any of that away or not. So now I get to go dig through all my stuff, see if I have any 1/2-inch line, and get these up into the bed. So I'm going to get the hood open because the cable's broke because it's an S10. So I'm going to get the hood open, see exactly what's here. Let's take a tour of the inside though, because this, somebody cared about this truck a whole bunch, because this paint job is actually really nice. I mean, it's pretty nice. There's no drip rails, so that's all been done. They did a pretty decent job on the paint job. They wrapped it all the way through the inside, so that's all two-tone. Back wall of the cab. This is the driver's side door panel, by the way. The panel for that piece is right there. This one's in. There's no headliner, but there never is in mini trucks. This, I'm 100% sure somebody just took whatever cool seat was in this truck and swapped it out with this one, because this one was junk and they needed a good one. And it did have, I think they were 17s or 18s on here when I first started looking at the truck, but they obviously wanted to keep those, and I don't blame them. I would want to keep those too, but these stock wheels will work just fine. I just need to get smaller tires, because these monster truck tires are not the move. If I can get me some smaller ones like this, they actually will fit in the wheel wells. But this piece of shit is on the verge of bulging out the fender, because it's Well, it's an old bias ply tire. So, and it's a trailer tire, which is even better. Both tires on the passenger side are trailer tires. Super fun. So, I'm gonna quit jaw jacking and try to track down some airline. God, I hope I have some 1/2 inch. If not, no big deal. I think I've got some 3/8 fittings. I'll just change the fittings off of these to 3/8 and I'll pop some 3/8 hose in here and we'll be done. So I'm gonna do that and then I'll bring you guys back. Well, this has been a very informative adventure. I thought I did some sloppy shit, but there's some sloppy shit done to this thing. But it's okay. It's fine. That's what we do. We fix other people's goofs. As you can tell, it's in spaceship mode right now because I gotta fix some things. But I did manage to get one of the ball valves in the bed. The one to air up the rear is still underneath. So I think what I'm going to do is shorten this line to where the ball valve is just right there somewhere and use this chunk of line to see if I can get the one from the bed to come up or out through here or something. But I don't know what I want to do with this thing, guys. I don't know if I want to do another 2.8, if I want to do a 4.3. I don't want to do an LS because I don't want to pay for an LS swap. If I do pay for an LS swap, it's going in that, not this. So, I don't know. What do you guys think I should do? Give me some suggestions. They don't understand quiet on set. Give me some suggestions. What do you think I should do? It's already on 4-corner air. It just needs a management system, which, you know, I've got an old compressor, an old air tank laying around. I just don't have valves for it, but we have ball valves, so maybe we'll just do that. Anyway, yeah. Tell me in the comments what you think I should do with this thing. Like I said, I don't plan on keeping this. This was too good of a deal to pass, so it's a flipper. You know, I'm gonna do a little bit of work to it and then throw it up for sale, or I've got somebody that wants to buy it as it sits. If I do a little bit of work, I'm going to make more money on it, which obviously is the route that I would prefer to go. But anyway, guys, thanks for sticking around with all my rambling and, you know, stupid shit. But remember, your dreams don't work unless you do. So even if you're up to your eyeballs in projects, never stop searching for more projects. Okay, bye.